Now, it has been revealed that the FBI knew of a plot to assassinate members of the Occupy Wall Street movement, but didn't tell them that their lives were at risk. It was part of the revelations released through a request filed under the Freedom of Information Act. RT's Marina Portnaya has the details.
Well, it's not clear yet why the FBI would neglect to tell activists that there was a potential assassination plot surrounding them. What we do know is that new documents obtained by the Partnership for the Civil Justice Fund, a U.S. human and civil rights advocacy organization, have revealed that the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, the U.S. military, and private corporations all cooperated together to monitor and investigate Occupy Wall Street protesters as, quote, domestic terrorists and, quote, criminals. Now, the more shocking revelation, the headline of this story, is that reportedly buried deep within the government file, mentions of a plan to use snipers to assassinate Occupy protesters and the movement's leaders in various cities throughout the country. These alleged plans were supposed to be taking place in the fall of 2011. Now, the names of the groups or individuals involved in the alleged plots are redacted from the FBI documents. But what critics say is clear is that the FBI never alerted any of the potential victims that their lives could possibly be in danger or that there's any threat surrounding them. The Partnership for Civil Justice Fund received the FBI documents on December 22nd, so this is fairly new information, and this was after they filed a request under the Freedom of Information Act. Now, many civil rights attorneys previously have accused the FBI of functioning as a de facto intelligence arm for U.S. corporations during the Occupy Wall Street movement, and especially as it grew bigger. However, some critics say they never, ever suspected that the FBI would neglect to tell Occupy protesters, U.S. citizens, about an assassination plot surrounding them.
RT's Marina Portnaya reporting for us there. Now, the human rights advocacy organization which obtained the report has stated that federal agencies are a de facto arm of corporate America. And Alikas Miller, an independent journalist who was at the Occupy protests, says this once again reinforces the movement's message that the U.S. is run by corporations and not the government.
This coordination between the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, and corporations and the New York Stock Exchange really showed who they're serving. It's not the government in this case, it's these corporations and the financial sector, and it's certainly not the people. The FBI is really just targeting ordinary people going about their daily lives as potential terrorists, and now people who are participating in peaceful protests are also categorized as domestic terrorists. So I think the FBI is really picking and choosing who it categorizes as the type of civilians it wants to protect. And at this point, this really shows that that's, as Occupy might say, the 1%.